Welcome to PUBG Spotlight. This is the best highlight of PNC 2025 Day 1.
That is competed across multiple different angles. Oh, we are ready. PNC 2025 gets started right now. Of course, it's Erangel. Let's get that plane up in the air and let's see who's gonna come out. This is not pretty.
What a way to start. And so this one is going to cut so much viable playing space out of the circle just due to water, but not even the water that's the issue, Paper. It's real.
Yeah, they're squaring up there. Fuzzface was thinking about the grenade at a bridge camp here by the UK. Malaysia gonna be their target. Ripping through them initially, but not much damage done. Finally, Michael able to get the spray under. That's a two-piece for it.
Now have shots coming out from India. It is going to be against Canada, and it's going to be Finna that stops up, but he's going to get taken down by Rizno.
Wow. That is a great start here. Rupesh has a chance to do some real damage. Shin out in the open. Shot's got to connect, though, with that Mark 12. Almost finds the knock. AK in the back pocket. For an opportunity to use it, but Adam's going to swoop in. Take Rupesh down.
Rupesh is down, but again, a nice fight back here from Team Canada. I like the trap that India set, though. I don't know if that was deliberate, but the way it was, and oh my goodness, look at this circle shift. It's going to go straight to the island, still leaving in France just on that northern tip.
Oh, and a big win for Shin. Got that first aid through Joshi as well. Tagging, getting Karku out of, doesn't get enough though to find a knock, so gonna take his vehicle and leave. Actually shot by, just kind of set up a little bit outside. Meanwhile, Poland losing players. Norway, PNC on the ground as well. That's a quick flush there onto Damen.
Yeah, this is for the occupation of a really solid compound if they can actually take control of it. When I say solid, it's not even in the zone, but it's going to give them a good jump-off point to see this bridge, but
Jeez, the Ace getting a little bit of damage. Marsalek, though, coming to life. Him and Cappy finding one apiece. So just in 10s left here for Norway. He's inside the house. Maybe thinking about a res. Yeah, Heman going to be just flushed out. Not much he could do out in the open, trying to play some of that scout role while the rest of Norway backed him up from behind, but no real follow-through just yet. Trying to find the nades now is Poland.
They have managed to get both members back up. James will also get back up. This is a full-on reset 3v3, but Poland again has Norway stuck in this building, so we'll see if this double bout gives them any support, if they can fight out of this one. Marsalek with a nade that's going to bounce right off of his face as he's going to push in. Marsalek goes for the second, but he's traded by James.
This is huge. Norway gets the reses through, and look who it is. The Philippines leave their bridge camp to try to third party. Algenbot's going to let loose with the frag, and they're shooting 80 in the back, but he's able to get through the door to safety. Magisters lighting it up with the M4, gets the re-knock onto James. Gonna go for the grenade flush as the Philippines is trying to find points.
And the Philippines are just the sharks circling the flood-infested waters. I love the proactivity from them, seeing this fight, breaking off that bridge camp, coming in, but it's gonna be Norway that takes out Poland.
Just barely. 8C able to win that. Should have enough time there to get the first aid through. Meanwhile, Philippines in a long-range battle with Canada, who was also rolling.
He's not paid. I thought they would get more aggressive off that bridge, but they actually let the Philippines go for free.
That is kind of interesting.
Underneath their belt as well, too, to be exact, but it's going to be the Philippines yet again, just being a thorn in the side of all the teams on the West Coast. That's going to be a knock on Adam. And look at the aggression from Calves. I love this.
Wants to go for that flush. Could find a second knock. He's got it. Gets the points to boot. And Calves going to take his prize and retreat through it. Philippines just going to move in with the circle. What in the world happened there?
It looks like it's going to be the UK now getting in a fight in the red zone with Turkey, so this is going to be a mess altogether, but a trade comes back. Nail QOP is going to find one onto T-Bone. And so now it's...
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, and look at who it is. It's Fuzzface, who's going to swoop that northern side of the circle for themselves.
Somewhat ironic, we said that the red zone... It's going to be Shilla. Nail on the low side of this, but what a spray from Michael, finding two.
Yo, if you put Michael on your fantasy team today, you are feasting right now. looking to try to get to Fex in time to get the res. I believe that's number 2 knock on to Fex because he took one earlier when they were camping Malaysia. T-Bone holding off France on the other side of things. The rest of Turkey still underneath their sight lines. So this is looking really nice for UK. This is looking like the team that won PNC back in 2022.
It is. I want to see, though, what France is going to do with this opportunity if they do backstab this fight indeed, as the UK is trying to clean it up, but no, Turkey is fighting back.
Nice nade.
And that's it.
Whoa. Yeah, Vard got the nade to go on to Code Marco. You do lose Michael, I believe, after everything is said and done. Should be able to get the res here on the Nedex. T-Bone still harassing with that mini, still finding damage and almost finding knocks. France, though, licking their wounds, should be getting those heals to go. And oh no, a little bit of a vehicle whoopsie there. Maybe a little low on health when they crashed into something.
Should be able to get him up, but again, that fight just concluded so fast. It looked like Turkey was fighting back, but a beautiful nade. Again, Michael just on point. He is down, but 4 kills, 6 total for the team of UK as the Philippines are continuing their conquest to the north.
Love to see this. 3 kills in the bag already for them. Meanwhile, UK still fighting on the other front. Calbs is going to get knocked though. Mao Rush going to stand tall here. He's on a flank position. He's on an anchor point. If they can break Mao Rush, they might be able to get through and start really doing some damage to Team Chinese Taipei. Nedex trying to stay tucked in, trying to stay hidden away from the UK. The other 2 members now going to make a bit of a rotate. Try to get into the circle. Fex is going to be on the outside looking in. The rest of UK moves down to the C block of Sosnovka.
Yeah, again, this push here from the Philippines just got halted as we move back to the UK and France getting in. So trade for trade, Fex is going to take out Nedex, but
The players themselves unscathed initially. SKZ letting loose. He is going to find one. Oh, Nedex gets involved and they're gone.
beautiful play from France. Not even anyone's hands is devastating. A solo can easily take out one.
That's huge for Team Japan. That opens up a ton of space on their northern edge. Phoenix now looking to do damage to Germany. There is a trade though. Max gets one before Brecht. It's a knock onto him. A fallback here. Some fadeaways for them, and they do connect. Nedex finds one. He finds another.
Phoenix and France are saying, witness us. We are here to play. It's just down to it's Chris for Germany. And what a play. As we now see Sweden coming in, and that one of you. Wait a second.
What is going on? Nedex tries to hold it, but his bomb from Sweden. Might be a great timing for him. But Mook turns on him, gets the headshot, gets the...
This is a decent spot, but they're just, again, it's not so decent when you have all of Spain who have been quiet but in a great position now starting to get active. They finally found their first kill, but more importantly, they're in the placements and in a position to maybe win this game.
I think just a little bit of a miscalculation on some of these angles, and once again, that is right on top of Bevan, but he got the res. Trick actually helping out here. Bevan as well stepping up, and a run over of a teammate for Sweden. Hot and spicy into the party. Does find the knock onto Bevan. Run AX now, the only one alive for Team Japan. Taking a knock. That's going to be impressive. Has to cross the road, and he's out in the open.
Oh, man.
But what in the world? What in the world is that grenade?
He finds two in the flush!
Oh my god. Mac and Dark doing tons of damage to Spain. All but secured now for Indonesia, and they've got it. Your first chicken dinner of PNC 2025 going to go to Team Indonesia.
Man, and they played that
See
absolutely.
what we've got in store. First game was great. Some just intense action from start to finish, and I don't expect it to let up at all today.
No, not at all. Probably going to be cleaner where less teams are going to be, as we see an immediate knock. It's going to be Canada and India running into each other. 2 members down already for India.
This is Gatka. Canada wants control of this. Rizin gets the knock on to Finna. The micro really strong, but there is a red station here. Sajashi swoops in, claims another of India's players. They are in trouble.
This to be where India is going to re-kit, especially in such an early phase. They can do so. Meanwhile, 10 Trip and the Philippines looks like they're going to be fighting against Canada, and Shin is going to get the trade back.
Shin taking some damage from Spain from behind, from afar. Trying to wrap the tree. Aljanbot, super weak. Can't get the spray to go through. And he's just trying to dodge damage from every direction. No longer can. Aljanbots did get knocked by Adam with an SKS off screen. Calbs, though, gonna be the one to find Shin driving in on the buggy to claim the point. CJ already on point.
Problem here, though, is the other teams that are around them. It's going to be not only Norway, but also Spain with an opportunity to get some kills. In fact, it is going to be Spain to find one of those flushes, so that's going to be a point in their bag. So you can see Hyman is looking over this ridge, looking for any other opportunities, but that's the other thing. Now they know Spain is there.
It's true. Norway did push out of their compound here, so they want to just pressure Spain on the edge of the circle. It's going to put Demolizer into the car, trying to make a rotation. See exactly where our next circle will go. Look at Turkey here, popping an early emergency pickup. They want to get ahead of this one. Do they need to, though?
Oh, what a gross shift, though. That causes so many issues for the teams on the south. And I mean, even the teams that are currently set up, France is not going to be able to keep that split for long. Actually, they might. Realistically, there's not that many teams on the north.
You've got India and, like, Adam from Canada, who's making a wide wrap.
On Death Road, you can see Chinese Taipei off to the east, and then further than that, it's going to be Indonesia, but Turkey does finally find Japan, so they will go down.
Just felt like a matter of time, but trap sprung here. Empty gets the points. The hero for Sweden from the previous match down. Now they're just going to throw some grenades in there, but Empty aware of it ahead of the curve, but taking a bunch of damage. And I think might have heard a vehicle behind him, but now Karku doing some damage there, but it's actually France from behind, and now Kalb strikes as well. So India thought they had a moment, thought they had an opportunity. Shabtai, grenade out, initial damage from the spray. Gonna allow that grenade to get the knock, try to do more. Running out of bullets, Kalbs, he is down as well. So India clawing, scratching their way to try to get up Potato Mountain.
Yeah, a lot of it is on the back of Shatbai. Amazing nade, great shots as well. That's 2 knocks for him. You can see in the distance there's a bad fight between Sweden on the backside of Norway, and it's going to be James to go down, and this is the fight we were talking about.
Around the side, he's going to get the knock. Unbelievable, but Aljambot's able to trade it out. Karku, though, looking to flush, looking to get some points. Aljambot's they're getting in there. As you said, though, they have to be careful for Adam. That snake can absolutely ruin their game. But look at this, man. France is here, and they are playing so well. The second game in a row. Absolutely no hesitancy, as that's going to be a knock now coming on to one of the Norway members. Aljambot's still doing his damnedest. Bears getting popped there. Might have been able to see the beat Malrush. Gets Michael down here. This is the fight on the other side of the circle. T-Bone is going to return the favor. Michael had a grenade in hand, so he is going to fall. But T-Bone getting shot from a couple different angles. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Leo going to do his best, but all of a sudden it's Brex from Germany who pops up and takes him down in a heartbeat. Sweden eliminated off screen. We're into the top 8.
And normally so, when we see 2 teams fight, obviously a third-party opportunity is so usual. What a spray, and he's gonna find it! His way in, and he has not been spotted, so he is gaining placement points for this. There's a huge play, a nice salvage from him. It's gonna be Aljambot finally going down. The menace of the west side has fallen.
And Norway, they were able to control the top of Potato. They also control the recall station. Bard, good for another with the 3x spray on the AUG. Taking a little bit of blue damage there, trying to get ahead of things, but I think he should be down. Trumpet on stage, and he was ready to roll. But Brex, good for one. I thought for a second he might get that.
I did as well. Still, they're fighting back. 2 members
got wide open space. A couple hundred meters in front of him, there's nobody. So he should be able to potentially get through. And wow, that was quick from 8C. A couple of headshots, and that is just short work of Shilla. Yeah. Oh, it's Chris, though.
Oh, and a sandwich now between the European teams as Germany and Norway just battering Turkey. No chance whatsoever. Code Marco is just soloed now, and wait a second, though. He does find one before he's taken down, but that's going to be another member down.
Nedix's POV, he's just harassing, as you should. Like you said, this is all about control.
Yep. And all of this. Max is going to find Chris, so just 1 member left. And at this point, Adam knows that his window of opportunity is closing because the rest of the teams on the field are all falling one by one. So a chance if he can just get a knock here on SKZ. But I don't think it's going to be enough. It's 4 on 1, 8 kills for France as they are about to win their very first game on land in such an impressive fashion.
Adam An MP5 and a dream. And I don't think France is going to give him much opportunity. It just took too long there. Once those kills happen, they happen a little faster than Adam could react to. France swarming, circling, about to make contact there. Max sees in the 3x spray with the MP5, does find one. Looks for the flush with the grenade. Can he get it in time? Stuns are coming his way to try to keep him pinned. He is going to at least get 1 point.
Hold on. France really have to make sure they don't give him so many individual 1v1s, and thank goodness they don't. But what an attempt. France is going to win, and what a game it was. They were able to kind of reconvene, but it doesn't matter. We are now going into our third map of the day, and a change of pace. We're headed to Tago.
Let's get it started. It's time to Tago as we move into our third match of the day. Just about hit the side of the window, catches empty in the back. A lot of damage done. Shen, though, still alive, still a threat. Takes down Crossberg.
It's a good start. Evens the odds now, 3-on-3.
You're gonna have to do a little bit more here. But are there any more heals left?
I'm not sure. I mean, Code Marco only has 19 rounds left in his gun, so you can see Shen now trying to make the push. Again, I think you're right. I don't think he has any heal, no bandages. All he has is one smoke grenade.
And 24 bullets.
Yeah. Gonna get a little dicey.
Gotta get help, but this is falling apart for Malaysia. There just isn't enough to get this done. The loot just wasn't there.
Oh, well, hold on though. Empty with a big nade and an opportunity. A second knock. Code Marco is gonna go down. All of a sudden, Shen, if he can just make this wrap, that's gonna be a third. It's one member left for Torque.
No way he can get this done. Shen knows he's coming. He has the Saiga in the back pocket. Gets a bunch of damage, but a shotgun or nail cop doing a bunch of damage as well. Empty on such low HP. Trying to pre-guess, trying to jump, shoot, he's got it, just barely. Empty comes up huge. Zone maybe stalling them up a bit, but I'm not sure. Seymour though.
Oh, what a beautiful double. Xerath here for the trade. And out of nowhere, Indonesia and Germany getting into a fight here, a scuffle.
Well, Germany better be ready, because Indonesia wants those points, and they're gunning for him. Xerath does get the flush, though. Rez attempting to be stuck. I think Trick's grenade isn't going to be cooked well enough. Xerath holding the line, tries to hold the spray, but not good at. And it's Chris coming up and over. Trick did get one, but it's Chris. Gets the flush as well. He's the only one alive, though. He is dangerous. Sets it on Trick. Grenade being cooked. Is it going to be on the money? Oh, no, it just missed.
You can see shots coming in from the distance as well. So Chris with a Herculean task ahead of him if he can get it done. But again, there is help. There is reprieve coming from shots from, I think it's Poland. Yeah, it's going to be Poland actually stopping this push, saving Germany, buying them some time.
This is difficult for both squads, though. I think Rex is going to bleed out. It's Chris not being afforded the opportunity to stick a res. Trick and sets it up. Happy Feet trying to keep themselves from getting shot from behind. And here comes Poland, though. I can see them not too far away. They're pulling up. They want some points.
Polish power here. It's going to be Marcel.
With that barrel, not able to connect. Mook, is he going to be able to get to the ground? Fevin cannot. Right before he lands, he gets knocked. He gets flushed. Meanwhile, we're losing players on the Philippines. It's Norway and Philippines battling again.
Yeah, and this is happening on the western edge. They just pulled up here, and Norway was able to get a knock here and kind of slow them down, but the rest of the Philippines starting to come in. CJ very far off to the west. He's actually looking for the anchor of 8C for Norway, but he can't seem to find them, and so much damage has already gone out towards the Philippines.
Oh, now they're getting third-partied by Sweden, who is wrapped up much further north, outside of Songam. And Japan losing more players, just jumping into the center of the circle. Risky business, especially with the way that teams have been playing recently, prioritizing those center circle spots. Intends, finds a great knock, a headshot with the Dragunov. And I don't know if the Philippines is much longer for this lobby. I see CJ just booking it. He is not trying to help his team at all.
I mean, there's no point in this point with how many teams are now clustered on that western edge. It's going to be Canada, the rest in, but the issue is where the other one's going to go. I mean, all of this is already taken, and there's already a bush rat in Goni. He's gonna find one, but they're gonna trade off the other.
Oh, that could have been a lot worse for Canada. Move gets spotted. Max from France.
Really about to get real messy, as we can see. Sweden just trying to finish this off, get rid of this team on the south, and start to move in. How much time is this gonna take? I don't imagine too much. They've been pretty clean so far. Most of the members are down for Spain. This is just down to Shadow Echo now.
And he's easy. Got pressure. Ketter almost dead. Throwing out some grenades, trying to back off Malaysia. Now putting the pressure down. Gustav able to respond here. Looking for the flush. Has it. A grenade points. He ain't going home empty-handed.
No, and every one of these kills, again, with the top 8 qualifier, cut off all they all matter. Michael's good at the beginning of that game if we go back to that first hot drop against Turkey.
Denmark just struggling again here on Tego. Oh, goodness. Right into the open arms of Poland. Gustav, oh, that was pretty good there. Got a pretty quick knock. Is he gonna get the point? No, it's actually stolen here.
It's all France. Look at the control yet again on the north side. It's just, I just can't stop gushing about how well they're playing. So formulaic.
They're only leaving 2 on this side though. Gustav actually finds another knock there onto Adam. He is hitting some really nice shots here. Really starting to feel it on Tego, but that's a couple different players. Light him up, has to stop for the heal. Doesn't have a ton of time.
It's only a matter of time before the blue starts to push him in towards that circle. And 3 teams is going to pick him up. Is it going to be Canada, Poland, or is it going to be France?
Hard to say. Sweden. That's the Philippines who are back in this. They get that revive to come through. They're finding points. That's huge. Gustav looking for some points of his own, but man, he's out in the open. Yeah, he's dealt with by France. France is
crippled each other essentially. Now it looks like Indonesia is going to lose one, but a trade came in. That's going to be against Norway, but here comes Setsuna.
Zones using the frags. They haven't really done much. Poland sitting pretty. Marsalek. Oh, he only got one. Vinna got the trade. Just spraying through, but he's going to pay the price. The Famas going to put him down. There was a grenade from Cappy's Finnish shin. It is really dire for Canada.
Yeah.
Just Adam again.
It's just down to Adam. Remember, he had to res and then come meet the team later because he had to re-loot. So it's a 1-on-3 here, potential situation for him. But the problem is France. France is already hunting. They know exactly where Adam is and already sent a few other members, one of those being Nedex, to kind of keep an eye on Poland. Who's looking to get this 3-point off of Adam.
I feel like organizations are already penning the emails to these France players. That's all I gotta say. These guys are just so strong right now. And there's a move coming out from the UK to cut off Poland, and France is helping. Yep, Poland's they're sandwiched. This is problematic.
Love this play though from the UK, recognizing an opportunity for kills here as they're going to come in. Vex is going to get the knock onto Cappy. In fact, he's going to get the knock onto Marsalek as well. Give him 2 and get the flush for that one as well.
This is crumbling. Kind of felt it coming. As soon as the UK made this move, Poland was in trouble. Trying to just, oh no. It's gonna, I thought it was gonna fall on him.
It was the blue that eventually got him, but that was looking to be a real Michael Bay moment as that thing exploded and flipped right onto the members of Poland. Vex is gonna find Imi though. Max is gonna go down, and Samoa and Indonesia now with 9 kills off the south side now, starting to take control. In fact, they will take control of center circle.
I love what we're seeing from Indonesia.
Yeah.
This is a great start to PNC for them. This is going to be interesting here. Now France has tough decisions to make because now you're the ones who are getting pincered.
Yep, they have to pick a side.
Yeah.
And they need to make that decision quickly, Paper.
It looks like they're going for Indonesia. Looks like they're going to angle in that direction. Just leave Max. No real hope to get that res. The UK had done well enough to cut that off.
Yeah, as much as it sucks, I think they're making the right play. I mean, they have to choose a side, or as you said, they're going to get sandwiched, and you can already see the UK coming. So this fight, it either needs to conclude quickly or somehow France needs to back up and make Indonesia and UK fight. And I just don't think that's going to happen. In fact, UK is going to be pushing the pace. I think France just goes straight for the UK in hopes they can get the knock. They're going to put some damage on the Vex, but Bard is going to find SKZ.
Yeah, this is really tough for France. Not much they can do in this situation. Too many angles for too many players. Nidix still gets a knock somehow, some way. Looking to stand up and do more. Balzac holding on. He gets taken down though. Teddy there out in the open. Cannot win it this time. Nidix not good for it. 10 kills, 11 kills for Indonesia.
What a hell of an attempt, though. They were taking that fight, the brunt of it on both sides, and they still accrued knocks. And now it's going to be the remnants of those two teams fighting. It's going to be the UK and Indonesia.
Simoy, good shots with the Dragunov. Looking for T-Bone now. Can't quite find it. Feck's in trouble. Feck's dealt with. Now over to the US. Swing in. See if there's another opportunity to cut the UK off. Teddy, if he can do any damage up here, that could just be the round over.
Just after this, it's a 3-on-4. Bard is going to be found first, make it a 2-on-4. And Simoy is just devastating with this angle, man. So much control, and that is going to do it. Indonesia, again, just finds victory with at least 12 or 13 behind them. Anyways, finally, we are getting into the fourth game of the day, and it is going to be Rwanda. More importantly, Faber, do you think we're going to see any hot drops?
Maybe.
I think there's a high chance.
It feels like since we saw one on Tego, now I feel like there might be one here. I don't know where it's going to be. I don't think Poland is not in a position to contest what they wanted to contest, what they were talking to me about before the matches today. So I don't expect... Oh no, you thought you were safe. But in fact, you might not be. But Risen can't find an angle.
Yeah, and it can't go anywhere because the EMP effectively just kills any engine, so cars are just useless. As it just slow rolls, Shatbai is like, what is going on? Oh my goodness, he's just gonna eat that nade as he's just waiting for...
If you turn the tires back and forth, you could actually maybe
get some momentum. Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to do. They're just constantly throwing nades. He's got to be careful though. A Panzer will... There it is. The Panzer knocks you out of the BRDM.
That is...
So, why are they missing these shots? Well, that's because the EMP also disables red dots.
It does. Rupesh finds a great grenade there. Max lets loose with a return, trying to find some damage instead. He's going to get clipped. Did manage to get a knock with the Scar, but France has to try to recover.
It looks like they will. Poland, losing the opportunity on points here, though, as they let this fight kind of simmer down and conclude is... It's going to be a push, but no, it's going to be SKZ. He's going to find one. Rupesh will go for the trade. It's now go 2-on-2 now.
Door closed in his face, and Rupesh didn't read it right. Nidix holding the line.
Just so long, that. Somewhat surprising, but none of the teams were really in a position to punish, so I guess not so much so, as that's going to be a nice knock from SKZ onto Shatbai.
But Cappy going to claim the point. Steals the kill, and it is just Risen left. He's okay, I think, for now. And now Germany takes down a bunch of Indonesia. They still have 2 left. They tried another split. That's the edge of stadium there.
Yeah, they tried to push onto the position of Germany, but they held that so well. They immediately got the knocks, which just forced Indonesia back. Turkey now battling the UK here on the east edge.
All right. That grenade, I looked like it might have done a little bit more damage, but actually Code Marco A-OK. He popped those tires on that buggy. Could be a problem, but seems like Turkey able to get to the edge of the circle, hold the line for now. Sweden's going to use this opportunity to rotate just to the north of all of this. UK, though, trying to figure out some kind of entry. Japan actually doing damage from bamboo. So everybody now on this eastern edge looking to get in. France trying to make a move with all the chaos. Michael finds Code Marco. Marco down, overextends just a little bit. He gets punished. He's looking really good today.
Yeah. It's the UK now just looking to finish this off and just make their way in.
Again, UK catching Turkey just a little bit out in the open. I don't know what just happened there to Denmark.
Looks like a blue zone, I'm not even sure, but France now taking the push onto the Philippines, and they're going to get at least one of those, but Poland is going to steal another as Norway will also get kills onto Denmark.
What in the world just happened up there?
I have no idea.
That is madness. All right, Crossberg. Just slow push up through the smoke here. Gate out in front of him to try to buy him some space, but he's in trouble. Japan continuing to harass, but they're losing players. They tried to get here at about the same time as Canada, and Bevan and Mook go down. Just one left here.
Beautiful spray there by Adam to make sure that Shin doesn't get flushed. So Canada with a strong position here to play from for now.
Is Adam just like actually a MP5 main now?
I'm not sure, but he's been using it all day, and he's been using it effectively.
It's a great gun.
It's a good gun, man.
Yeah.
Especially up close, it is devastating.
No, it's really annoying.
Oh.
It's so easy to spray too.
It is. I mean, there's no recoil whatsoever. I mean, without any attachments at all, let alone you put attachments on it.
Right. And then it's just a laser beam.
Yeah, it's just unnecessary at that point.
Some knocks onto the UK. They have been just dragging themselves into this next circle, but it doesn't look like they're going to be allowed the opportunity. Moment. A little bit of damage done by Fax. Michael as well, still there. Sweden, just able to find that right angle. And Fuzzface, good for the transfer onto the second.
Fuzzface still dealing with iron sights, by the way, on his AUG. Doesn't even have a red dot.
That might be intentional.
You think so?
No, but Fuzz is a troll.
Oh, breaks! That was gross!
Whoa! That was like just all of a sudden 2 players from Spain just gone.
Oh, that was filthy. I need to shower.
I love it. And that is, I assumed that he was just dead. Okay. Took a little bit longer than I expected there, but Explicit goes down Spain in 9th. No placement points for them. Now we move into our top 8. Fuzzface in the blue. Nowhere that he could really go at him with that Dragunov will claim the prize. Him and Shin, the only ones left. Norway now firing line towards Canada. They're going to try to make a wrap down in. France still kicking in this one, by the way.
Phoenix, yeah. Still there with a couple of his teammates. And this is going to be rough for Canada. They really don't have many places to go. The circle is going to shift. It's going to favor the north in Norway. What a circle for them. Where is Canada going to go, though? I mean, they can stop down at some of these points. Maybe the shack. It's going to be occupied by Leo, though. They need to take him out first. Meanwhile, Adam now making the push onto the last 2 members of France while he's getting shot in the back. Can he make it? The nade! His own nade! No! I think he thought it went inside.
I think he thought the door was open.
Yeah.
And it was not. It was shut. And I think it might have clipped even off of the emergency cover. So a little bit unfortunate there for Adam. Marsalek, Poland, giving themselves a good opportunity in this game. Oh, what in the world was that? James actually has the Mark 14, takes out Nedix. Domin gonna actually steal that. Magisters getting lit up by that same Mark 14. So Poland has a little bit of a hillside to work with.
Slick is right that bottom half of the fields. The problem is that they can't. They have Chinese Taipei looking down to the west, and now it's going to be none other than Malaysia making that push up. It's going to be a trade back and forth. Cappy's going to find one, but no, it's going to be Malaysia just wiped out instantly in 6th place.
Yeah, but the problem for Poland is the timing there couldn't have been worse in a way. Yes, they take down Malaysia, but they're getting cut apart. You know, they were taking damage from the Malaysian team as well as a bunch of others. Norway, who the hell else knows? Cappy is at least going to claim SKZ. So a point for your troubles here, not too bad given the situation, but Chinese Taipei, Norway, Germany, all in the next circle already.
Yeah, and you can see Chinese Taipei just trying to survive at this point. They're not even moving up in forward position and just hunkering down. And right now, fortunately, the only team that's really causing them issues is Poland. Norway is somewhat distracted by the fact that Germany made a great rotation to the north. And that's what we were talking about, right? If there's going to be a team that causes issues or goes for that crash, it's going to be Germany.
They don't need to
go for the crash anymore. They have great circle position.
Right on. All right. Poland needs to hit some crazy good shots here. That's all it's going to be, but intense otherwise. The SLR right to the dome. Malrush spraying into this as well. Oh, Cappy, the Mark 14.
Oh, what a shot. That was too smoked.
That is ridiculous, dude.
Him right out of that vehicle.
Dude, he is so good, man. That is crazy. Is the res even going to be allowed?
Maybe. Probably. Yeah, they still have some smokes, but the blue is ticking, and that is. Yeah, no, he can't get it back up. That is phase 6 blue, about to be phase 7. There ain't no resin in there.
Give me your stuff. Yeah, thank you.
Quickly.
Yeah, please. This is he's not even gonna make it
No,
that
he's-
long.
Oh.
I mean,
He's just trying to get a placement.
it doesn't
point here,
matter.
but
It won't matter. We can tell, but he has to do this. Like, this makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
But we can tell. There's no hope. There is no hope. I am sorry, my friend. You have healed valiantly, but it is all for naught.
He's really hoping there's someone left in the blue other than him, but there's not. Chinese Taipei, though, they're about to be left in the blue if they don't move forward, but it's going to be difficult.
Surely they have vehicles.
They did have vehicles before they got shredded getting to this position.
Oh, okay, so maybe not anymore. I wasn't sure. We haven't gotten a good look at them in a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't. I know they rotated here in vehicles, but I'm pretty sure those vehicles got absolutely just. Yeah, you can see there's not much left. Actually,
2 of them are okay.
2 of those dossiers look good.
At least seemingly. Hard to tell for sure. Some grenades, though. In Norway's hands, you can see there a lot of frags, some smokes. Only like 8 smokes there, so that's not ideal, I'd say, in this situation, especially since you have to start leaving this compound. Here we go. One of those dossiers, 3 players in it.
This is now such a strong position for Chinese Taipei.
Grenade out. James got the spot onto It's Chris. Cooked the hell out of it. Only a splash of damage. It's Chris, though. Reacts by jumping, looking where the hell that came from.
He needs help. AT is on his way now. James doing enough to stall them as AT has now arrived, and here comes Intense. Chinese Taipei needs to get active on this fight. They need to make sure they third party if the opportunity arises. It's extra kills. James is going to find the nade, and Brex will go down first.
All right, let's see if Chinese Taipei will opt to go for this. It's a 3-on-3, essentially. That grenade right in front of It's Chris from Intense. Good enough to get it, and it is actually a knock here from Leo. Does find 80, does claim a point. So Norway now fighting a battle onto 2 fronts. Chinese Taipei 4 strong, holding the top of this ridge with the road there. If Zareth just kind of moves underneath the road, if they can clear out Norway, maybe there's hope, but it's tough. Oh God, I thought he was dead. The grenade just barely didn't get the knock. Oh, the Molly will.
The Molly will, though.
Rip. I don't think that's resable.
Nope, definitely not. I mean, Zareth just needs to play his own life.
Oh, this angle.
Wait a second. Chinese Taipei is actually opting to go for Norway. There's a chance Zareth gets involved and maybe gets a pick and gets second here.
Did they forget about him? They need to remember.
I'm not sure.
He's going to backstab. I assume Leo's angle is to cut that off, but he hasn't been looking. I can see that on the map. Okay, well, if you just win this fight, it's a 1-for-1 so far. James still up. Do not count this man out. He is absolutely crazy. Gets some damage in there. Grenade near him. But he's just going to push in, and it's shut down. Jai Wei deals with it. This should be GG.
You say? I mean, it really should be, but Zareth maybe? No, they're all up. No, he finds one. At least he can get a kill or 2 here. But I doubt Chinese Taipei give them too much.
You gotta be careful. So they're gonna use Jai Wei to get underneath them. They found angles. Didn't get the knock, and he's just gonna go into the blue.
That's fine. That's a fine play. A foregone conclusion. And a win for Chinese Taipei. It is again going to be Miramar. I am more than excited to see not only what this plane is going to look like, but if we see any of those hot drops from Scrim.
That high ground position that the Philippines still controls. Joshi Finna just too far away to help their teammates out. They have to play as 2.
And I just love the chaos that the Philippines force onto other teams. I mean, that rotation, Canada could not have known that Algin had snuck so close to them in that position. Meanwhile, now moving over to Spain to see if they can thwart a push here from multiple teams.
By the way,
it's going to be a knocking distance.
Norway actually got a knock and a kill onto the Philippines. Intense reached way out from the rest of his team to get over there and get that point. Calves,
oh wow, I see that.
Yeah, Calves had found Joshi. Finna didn't manage to get a Molly to get a knock, but Indonesia just still wreaking havoc. Spain has a player down. We still have 3 up. Indonesia now getting Simoy involved. They're reinforcing this fight. Demolizer on the outside. Satsuna peeks, finally gets the spray to go. Explicit down, expecting another, but it is going to be Simoy with the trade. So Indonesia doing a great job here. Spain is in trouble.
Just done an equalizer. We move back now to Philippines versus Canada. And it looks like an easy 1-2-10 trip is just going to clean up Joshi and Finna.
So guess as good as mine.
Again, this another symptom and issue of this circle is there's just nothing to play in the valley. I mean, you can see it. It's just two open-faced hills that are facing each other. Nice spray there coming out. Trade back and forth. It's Poland and Sweden now going at it.
Fuzzface has a link. So only 2 more bullets left. If you go for that, my friend, credit. Yeah, sure.
I like the confidence, sure.
Yeah, that would be the sickest thing I've ever seen if he landed it too. Edic's actually got a knock on IMP. Like, France is ruining Malaysia's day. IMP stuck on the other side. They went for a 2-2 split across the Death Valley there. And they're in trouble. I'm not so sure about that for Malaysia.
Yeah, Malaysia is just constantly stuck between a rock and a hard place. And what I will say also about France is it seems like it doesn't really matter which members are left alive after they lose the initial fight. They're still doing work. All 4 members of that team are firing, and that is just...
They're so
love
good
to see it.
All right, Denmark. Big fight potentially brewing. They really need to get something going, but out in the open is Dolphy, and he is donezo. That smoke, I don't think it's gonna matter. And now Gustav down. Germany though, credit where credit's due, playing this really nicely, had some good angles. Denmark overstepped their bounds. They're paying the price. It's Chris, does take down Balzac. Brent is gone. Setsuna, in the meantime, setting up some fortifications. That's east of here.
Yeah, Germany still need to get in though. They did get damage, which buys them some time, a window maybe to get into the circle, but Vex is coming out all the way around. Looks like he's just trying to get some kills here. I mean, and look at T-Bone, they're actually, as a duo, they're trying to surround this. That's gonna be a Panther going out, but no frags from it. Gustav, meanwhile, is gonna get a knock, and that's 2 members now down for Germany.
Oh, this is huge. Those are gonna be points over. And, oh, Vex. It's Chris. He wasn't quite just ready. The blue will end up taking Vex down, not before he has something to say about it. He does some serious damage here. Now Brack's the only one left for Germany. What looked like it was gonna be a great fight for Germany just isn't quite there. And Denmark, Beamy, well, we know what he's good for in the blue. Man can survive.
I do love that play from the United Kingdom. They only had 2 left. They're like, you know what, this circle is just horrible. Just go for the kills. I mean, they may have not gotten any, but I still love that play from them.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, shot by. Dude, shot by from India by far is the most impressive.
He's hit.
Yeah,
he's hit, dude. I love it. That boy wants more going, and I think you have some hope for India. Poland.
Oh, clown carring, but it wasn't a far journey, thankfully.
It did look dicey there for a second. Okay, India, do you have any frags left?
This is a big opportunity for India, surely.
Joe, please tell me someone has some frags. You could really do some damage here. Risen, at least hitting.
Well, the rest of his team needs to come out and help. I mean, that is the next position that they need to play. They need to get rid of Poland now.
Trying to flank out, shot by. And a bunch of people just all of a sudden get knocked in the kill feed. Sweden. They're trying to trade some damage here with Poland, but they're in trouble. Oh, that was close. That was close. Yeah, right?
Yeah, Poland should not be allowed to do this with India above them.
India's busy fighting Sweden. They want to deal with that first. Fuzz going for some long-range M4 shots. But okay, so please.
I mean, these are 4 kills. This could be 3 kills for India. Please get that. The nade is good. It's going to be a knock and a flush. And just one more. Masters, and he will go down. That is what I'm talking about, India. Let's go.
Love that. Really nicely played. I love that they kept Sweden at arm's length for like the whole fight. And then they're like, oh yeah, Poland.
Yeah.
Hello. And shot by. Man, he is really solid. Simoy is going to take down Run AX. So Japan loses 1 player trying to make their way over to the edge of the circle. Indonesia, kind of this movable fortification setup they've got going with the vehicles. We've seen the foldable covers, so they're doing a pretty good job, but Japan doesn't seem to have much in the way of cover to work with themselves.
Really don't. Indonesia, though, has managed to somehow survive in the center here as Japan is just struggling for space. And as is, I mean, again, this is the problem with the circle. Even if it does center on the valley itself, both of these ridges are just facing each other completely open. So there really is no cover. You can't get away from the other side, and you can't move into the other side either, which just makes it so difficult. Unless you're Turkey, then you are just loving life. But then the issue for them is they can't even get any kills.
Yep. So they're good.
They stayed on the south side. They took their time. They didn't push too many fights, but more importantly, they held control. Now they just have to get rid of Malaysia, as India's Karku will find Chinese Taipei's Leo, and now just one member left for Chinese Taipei.
Chaiwei would have to go absolutely insane right now. Karku sees the utility coming out, not interested in trying to fight that. Another frag for Chaiwei. He's gonna do some damage. Leo has been knocked out. Malaysia gone to Norway in the meantime. Has the Panzer there. Got it out of the car, but can't find a good opportunity to use it. It will be ineffective. Indonesia on the run. Fragging, but they just get knocked.
I love that Turkey tried to push up, though, and get the kills. Did lose Code Marco, at least to a knock, but they're in here. That is the APAC style, but I feel like APAC has evolved so far past that. They're so much more intelligent about their pushes, right? Especially when you look at, you know, it's like Vietnam, but yeah, I feel like they're still kind of stuck in that old meta of APAC, as we see now, just down to 4 teams. It's going to be Norway with 3, possibly 4 if they can get the res, and then Turkey with 3, India with 1, Philippines with 2.
Love to see shot by Brehm. Absolutely nuclear here, but that grenade was about 30 points of damage.
7 kills for India, man. That's a big step up.
It's a really nice game. He's doing a good job here avoiding the initial grenade barrage, but there's just too many here for Norway. He got the knock on to James, but that one is good enough. Yeah, it tends. Gonna be the one to finish the job. Highman does go down though. They're down to 3.
Okay, 8C is getting busy here. Last 2 members of the Philippines trying to get rid of. They have the res going, so Norway looking poised to do quite a healthy amount of damage. It's really just getting down to Turkey is the issue. And that's even if they need to. Actually, Turkey's getting pushed out of their compound paper.
Yep. They can leave one player back as an anchor, I suspect.
Yeah.
In that shack that's on the edge, but otherwise you gotta push the edge of this hill to get underneath Norway to give yourself some cover and some, you know, zone control. Norway knows it, but they can stay on top of this hill for a bit. Now that the Philippines is gone, they can wait this out a little bit. It is phase 8, so eventually, yeah, phase 9 goes center. It's gonna leave this hill. They're gonna have to fight downhill, but this gives them the time to think about it,
does.
to talk it out.
And ultimately, the onus is onto them, right? Turkey holds center of circle. They have the anchor in Shilla. I just worry that Shilla gets knocked, because if that happens, that's the domino that's supposed to fall in order for Norway to actually take this game. Shilla cannot go down here.
It's got a Dragunov too. Fantastic gun to have in this spot.
It's probably arguably the best gun to have in this situation as the anchor.
For sure. All right, let's see if Turkey can convert. Norway, impetus, like you said, is going to be on them. Win odds, 100%. Hello? Not sure what that was, but
it was something we don't.
I mean, okay, I'm about it if Norway wins.
Yeah.
Hell of a push. Gonna gear up a little bit. Kind of curious how.
I love this reposition from Shilla.
Kind of curious how Norway wants to approach this fight. You kind of almost feel like they have to swing to the east side here, near where Crossberg is, but who knows? Maybe they just run off the edge, throw up the parachutes. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm joking, of course.
I don't think that's the first play they would make, but that'd be cool if they did, so I'm with you. That being said, it's on to intense here, and I love the way that at first they were split, right? Turkey was split, and then slowly they started to consolidate. Now they're playing the 2-1. They have Shilla still not playing necessarily an anchor, but playing somewhat isolated. And they have Code Marco And Crossberg moving together, going for the trade. This is a straight on 3-on-3. The high ground advantage goes to Norway, but the circle advantage is certainly in favor of Turkey, as that Molotov is just going to barely miss.
Those are beautiful, though, in terms of just controlling the space that Norway can push. Still a lot of stuns, though, for Norway. They have 4. If they can get them to land before Turkey does, they might have an opportunity. Now they let loose. The barrage is here. Is it going to be enough to break Turkey open? No. Code Marco, good for the first. Looking for another. It's Crossberg. 8Z on his own. He does get one, but he's so weak he's gone. Turkey gun to get the win here on Miramar. And continued strong.
Of the day, the final Miramar of day 1 here at PNC 2025. More importantly, this gave those teams that desperately needed it, Clint, a break.
Yeah.
So reinvigorate, figure out what they need to do, re-strategize, and just go for broke in this final game.
That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for a banger here to close out the first day of PNC 2025. We are ready to rock and roll. Okay. I was just pouring over some stats here. So hot dropping has massively changed. James, hello?
Hello? Philippines? James? Norway?
I thought this fight was done. James has got to get out of there. Algin looking for the one taps with James.
What is going on?
Al just wasn't ready for that. James stopped, got out, and shot him with the SLR, and he was already so weak. Now it's up to 10 trip for Philippines. Yeah, what is happening?
This shades of Game 6 scrims. Things are starting to go off the rails. But Intense now coming to support, and that is a naked SLR.
Game 6. It is always like this, seemingly.
Yeah.
Just
10 trip. That was gross.
Yo. He's hit some bangers today.
Yeah, he really has. Honestly, every member of the Philippines at some point is they're just constantly involved. There's no way he's ironside driving by, trying to hit that. That is just absolute insanity.
Of course. Why not? I mean, it is James after all. Oh, ooh, that angle.
Dude, he's getting these points. Your SOL.
Dude, Needix continuing his reign of terror, but he got shot in the back. He actually gets driven by and run over. Adam hits a headshot with a scar from the car. Finna puts him down. Japan now under pressure. UK making their attempt to breach. It's pretty doable though. There's just so much space you have to control if you're trying to control all of Hacienda.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's very difficult, even as a full four-man, to just control this. There's so many different options for teams to not only just breach the compound, but just find angles on you, as well as, the third-party threat is always there because, again, any one side of Hacienda is very easily pushed as long as the fight is happening on either side of that compound.
And because it's up on a plateau,
it
makes it even worse. It's like teams will just get underneath that hill and then kind of wait. And then you're like,
and then you're fighting a team you didn't even know was there. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it can be frustrating. One thing I will say about that Needix France play, though, is I really like that. I like that they're confident. They know that they're doing really well, and Needix was not afraid to go down, right? It's flex plays and confidence plays like that make me really think that they actually have a real good shot of playing consistently in the finals as well.
Well, it was UK just trying to bypass this problem, but they ran into another one. It's T-Bone finding Adam there with the barrel, going for the heel, but while this is all going on, Japan was able to harass, do some damage in. Finna letting loose with the util. Fex takes a chunk of it, but he's already ahead of Finna's move. Gets the knock there. Traded onto T-Bone, but these should be some free points. Shin in the smoke, looking for the cooked grenade. Can't really find much out of it that I can see.
Yeah, he's just gonna molly his teammate, and he's gonna get the knock-on effect. Smart. I mean, his teammate was already dead. Why not? In fact, Adam was probably calling out it, just molly me.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Great communication there from Canada. Michael, alive, explicit, dealing with India now. Take some damage.
Okay, Spade again coming alive. 6 kills so far in this game. They had a great finish last game. They said they needed it.
Ooh. Well, okay. I was like, did that frag land anywhere close? Oh, it's a blue zone. Oh, the instant re-knock after the res. Great timing there from Shin.
Yeah.
It is going to be a San Martin circle, I think. We are blessed. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag thank you, PUBG.
You know we can play this with us.
We do. Little do people know, I actually have like a button under my desk. It's like you know how when you like have a bank robbery? Mine's like
the tellers
city
button?
circle.
Yeah, yeah.
City circle. Yeah. Totally.
It's a normally large, but I feel like it's should be compensated for something, but it's there nonetheless, as we see Muck and Japan now have to somewhat move outside of Hacienda. And where are they going to go? France also has opted to go for this southern warehouse. Oh, they're going to get kind of shredded up, though. 10 trip.
That looks like one to me.
Yep, they're coming down quite nude. They need to get gear as fast as possible, and I don't think Shin is going to allow that to happen.
He shouldn't. Beamy in the house. Poland upstairs. Denmark wants to clear. They have to go through so much though. Here does Denmark. Shin, nice job to get
that
one.
was so well played though. The bait and switch. One getting knocked is worth it as long as the other found something, and sure enough they did. Meanwhile, Poland still in this compound, just smoked out. Vision is absolutely zero here for all the teams. It's really just Germany waiting.
Oh, this is a decent molly. It's a really nice molly. That should be a knock. Oh my goodness, it's actually Run AX from Japan. Getting out ahead of that just a little bit, throwing some util now. And that is going to be points going over to Japan. They need those so desperately, but so does Denmark. They've got Doman. Mook, hello? There you go, got some damage in at the very least. Beamy forced back. Arcelek trying to hold this Panzer out. Oh, it doesn't get the knock.
It hit the wall, so fortunate there for Marcelek, as now it looks like Denmark getting involved. Beamy coming around the other side, Dofi as well. The last two members left alive, but it's going to be Fevin that's going to find Dofi.
Japan hanging on.
Yeah?
They're fighting. They've got the better angle. They've got the circle a little bit more in their favor. They need to get this res through though. Phase 5 blue on its way. Ah yes, our favorite thing in PUBG for the last couple of years. Watching Beamy heal in the blue.
It's a staple, okay?
It is. It's a must. We must have it.
You can see that Germany must have ran out of patience because they have actually just come off this fight. And to be fair, most of this fight was happening on the east side of the compound, so they really didn't have vision, and pushing into that is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Especially with all the chaos and smoke. So I like this decision from Germany. Just unfortunate they couldn't get points or rewarded for their proactivity.
You know, they might in the long run.
Sure.
They just, wow, Marcelek stole it. Brex just gets that knock, and immediately Marcelek shows up with a pump shotgun. Thanks you very much. Michael from downtown hitting some shots on Nagoni, gonna take him out, and all of a sudden Japan took these fights and they're crumbling. Marcelek out on the hill. Michael again looking for another. Oh my god, Marcelek.
Okay. I'm calling a foul on that play. That
Yellow card on that one.
Okay, is it gonna
please,
sail?
please.
It looks good. No, it hits the rock. Opportunity there, but wasn't to be, as Marcelek still must move. He has smokes for now to move in, but that's going to be a spray for Michael, and no chance does Marcelek make it in. That's going to be a cleanup easy, as you like, for Michael.
Great hold from him. And he has also given UK hope. You know, they've got 4 back up. Okay, we're just straight into San Martin.
Yeah, it's just...
Heck yeah.
On the east side, too, I feel like normally when we see these San Martin circles, they kind of favor towards the hill, towards the top side of that plateau to the northwest, but this one's actually going more towards Hacienda, and I'm all for it. There's good terrain there. There's that one big warehouse we currently see Indonesia in, and then you have a lot of room to work with on the south. But unfortunately, the south is kind of busy. It's going to be India, France, and then Sweden that have to make not only that initial push into what's left of the south side of the road, but then they're probably going to have to rotate into the north after that.
I'm actually a bit worried for the Philippines because
I
of
am
that.
as well. So many teams are about to come crashing on top.
And they're too split. I think they're actually kind of spread out too thin for this circle. I think if they kind of figure this out, if they reason how many players are still alive, it might be able to condense a little bit more. Oh, that grenade is good. Right on top of T-Bone. Turkey starting to really barrel down on top of the UK. suspects trying to get away, and he cannot. It's actually Germany who's going to claim that. Wow, Code Marco instantly turns his sights on to Zareth. Gets the double tap onto him. Hot and spicy in the back, though. Going to send them forward. Oh, it's Chris.
Oh, what a laser.
Woo.
He was pro, but still nonetheless impressive, and he's got a suppressor on that, so no help at all on the muzzle side of things. As it's Chris has been a hero for this team time and time again. Can he do the same now? Recall system is now disabled as we have headed into circle number 6, so we won't see any more reses.
I have learned to never doubt it's Chris. I have just accepted that every once in a while, he is just going to do something miraculous, and you're just going to be in awe.
I mean, he's still saving his team right now, and they, you could argue, have no business being saved.
Oh,
This could be shots in the toesies, but they're still up. He got the res off in time. Micah just needs to get the first aid off, and then he's tentatively safe.
All right, Sweden had to send most in the car. They're going to leave Fuzzface as an anchor behind, but they've established control of this hill. This is a nice move. This is a nice angle. Code Marco dealt with quickly. Shilla on the outside of those smokes. Not sure if he's been spotted or not, but I think they sense it. Oh my God, what in the world? What in the world is that, Max? Max got a Lynx, and he got 2.
And that is the, third, fourth Lynx we've seen today, and I'm all about it. That gun is so fun to use. Just aim, click, and delete. You don't even need to get a headshot. That thing will just bury anything, as long as it's a chest.
Yeah, it's so good. They're losing players down the hill, though. It's actually the Philippines who are doing the damage from their compounds inside of San Martin. So now they're trying to just get into the circle somehow, some way, but Philippines just not allowing it. Try a different direction. I don't think it's going to be too much more successful there for Balzac.
Yeah, probably not. And the unfortunate thing here for India is they actually have an opportunity to cross earlier when Philippines was kind of distracted, but now that circle's posted, I mean, you have to imagine Algebot is just going to be trained onto that angle to his west.
This is working out for the Philippines. I was worried about this split, but nobody ever got the opportunity to crash them, so they chill.
Yeah, there was always the threat of either Calbs or Algenbots going down, depending on which side got crashed first, but again, it just never happened, and part of it was probably because they stopped it from happening, but look at this. Samoy once again gets a double here onto Spain. He is absolutely cold today.
He is on one. This is some of the best I've ever seen from him, and I love to see it. Setsuna there able to follow up with the blue zones to confirm those kills. Now you're looking to make sure that Spain is down and out. Exactly sure if they know that Abrafac went way to the other side, kind of hedging the bets there a little bit for Spain. Indonesia doing a great job. A lot to work with here for Sweden in terms of boxes on the ground to pick up stuff from. Can they get any further forward? It's just Trick left, and I think he's abandoning this, or he should abandon this position, I'd suspect. He's got a 3-man.
Trick is a great player, but holding off 3 members of Sweden in that warehouse is unlikely.
Unless they don't know he's there.
Yeah. They're actually, I mean, surely they have to clear this, right? There's no way they just try to move forward unless they find a window to get into the building that TD is in.
Could be. All right.
No, surely with this angle, no, it's too strong, and Trick almost gets the knock on a Fuzz. That nade, though, might be good if it's cooked properly. Here comes the Panzer. Is he going to go for the shot? He is, and it's, oh no, the Molly! It barely doesn't hit Trick. That was so fortunate for him.
Yo, I thought he was dead.
So did I. Nice from 10 Trip. Again, just racking up another kill. 8 now, away of the Philippines.
They might win this game.
They might.
Think about that. They're stuck in that fight outside of Picado with James. They lose almost everybody. And now they might win the game. Unbelievable. Sweden, now they're going to hold the line. Trick gave up his position, but I get it. You were right. It just looks so juicy. They're just turtling outside of the next circle. Phase 8. Center dot going to be in between Tede and some of the Filipino boys. Smokes are coming out now. Indonesia just trying to hold the line, and that extra angle that you get from Tede's position is so annoying.
Yeah, it's really not something that you want to deal with at all. speaking of annoying angles, look at the way 10 Trip is starting to flex out towards the southeast, trying to get an angle onto Sweet. I love this again. Sometimes they're a little over-aggressive, but they really do make some great decisions sometimes.
Still,
in that aggression.
Fuzzface just hit a nasty one right over the top of the hill. Sprayed down, gets the knock onto Simoy, and that's the best player so far for today. Trick, though, able to respond in kind. Philippines looking to see if they can get involved in this fight.
Oh, that nade might be good.
Oh, it just came up short. There's like another layer to that hill. The dirt has been dug deep there.
Yeah. This is an awkward finish, though, for if you're Indonesia, because you have so many places you have to look, and then you have the other two members that are trapped. You see TD's trying to help his teammates, but Trick is the one to go down. Sweden's still trying to survive, as you can see. Setsuna now trying to put pressure on them as well.
Now they're in trouble. It's all going to be on to Tede. He is still claiming some points for them. They have 8 kills, and God, they're just going nuts today.
Yeah.
I mean, Molme, I don't know. Good luck, my friend. You know what? He's actually safe.
Yeah, he's okay for now. And the most important thing is if they lose track or if there's an opportunity for a third party, I mean, he is right there within striking distance.
This is maybe doable. There's a weird world where, like, Chinese Taipei and everybody else just ends up, like, squaring up a little bit sooner than you'd expect. I would say that's not likely. Possible. Okay, Chinese Taipei isn't even going to allow it. They're actually just going to try to flank out. This is a little dangerous.
Yeah, they're flexing very far towards the north here of a small circle. It's just Mone that's left for Sweden, and he's prone, so they wouldn't even be able to see him, I don't think. Unless they're just pre-nading, so no, they had a notion that he was there, and so they're going to find him out. That nade is going to touch him. Oh, the blue, careful! He's down. Calb's actually, Philippines is going to find that with 9 kills.
That gets a nice job. Thumbs up for me for sure. Tede, though, speaking of nice job, Savior down, and immediately a barrage of util.
That nade might be gold.
That nade might be really good. Oh, it only gets half onto Savior. Let's see. Oh, he got mollied. He's in trouble.
Oh, he's in the smoke. No, he's done. It's hard to tell when you're in smoke and a molly. But even still, Indonesia taking 3rd place. It's now just down to Chinese Taipei versus the Philippines.
4v4.
4v4 straight up.
Well, the Philippines are trying their tactic of just fan out and surround your opponent.
Yeah, envelop the Chinese Taipei. And they're going to find one. Algenbots with a beautiful flank is going to open up the fight, and he gets 2! He gets 2, Clint!
Calb's able to follow up, and it's quick. 10 Trip gets the final, and it is the Philippines getting the win. What a game for them.
It may have taken them